Welcome to Miami and the College Football Playoff National Championship presented by AT&T. Signetti, all business as you'd expect. Here come the Canes. The Canes offense, Brendan Frankie, who's been injured, returns. He's got a huge leg. This is unlikely to be returned by Keelan Marion. Frankie would attempt any long distance field goals that Signetti elects to try tonight. Well, check that. He boots it to the 1-yard line and a chance for a return. And Marion breaks through one tackle and he'll be stopped at about the 27-yard line. Tries to use his film study, and Fletcher gets the first handoff, and Fletcher off the left side barrels forward, picks up about 9. That's what the Canes have been doing to opponents in the CFP. Tony's in the backfield and slips out. He's got the football, but not enough for a first down. They blocked 7 punts in the 2 years that Signetti has been there. 3 of them this year, including 1 against Oregon. Dylan Joyce gets it away. Jonathan Brady retreats and makes a fair catch, but inside the 5-yard line. Roman Hemby is the back, lined up to Mendoza's right in the end zone. A fake it to him, pitch to the edge, and the catch is made by Omar Cooper Jr., who slips a tackle and is going to be shoved out of bounds. First down. He worked for Signetti at James Madison, Heatherman did. Mendoza checks it down. This is Hemby, shoved out aggressively and immediately. Didn't have a lot of sacks against Chambliss, but they did provide just enough pressure. Mitch McCarthy to punt it. Malachi Tony on the receiving end of a line drive punt. Driven back, has it at the 32. Tony just needs a little space. A flag comes in on the return. Keelan Marion comes in motion. Beck has plenty of time again. Across the middle into traffic. It's broken up. Stepping in to get a hand on it was Lewis Moore, the 6th-year senior, and a 3-and-out for Miami. Have to game plan for him. See what the Hoosiers do to adjust. Quick throw across the middle. Catch made. And running after it is Cooper. Cooper breaking tackles out across the 45 yards after the catch.
Slow developing RPO. He's reading Torrey right here. You make the decision. Is he coming up? Is he staying down? He sees movement up, so that gives him the quick glance route right there. Get the ball out, give him a chance to protect himself, gets off of that would-be tackle.
Trouble spot tonight for the Canes with shorthanded and already a couple missed tackles by that secondary. This is Halon Black. There's a pitch to the edge. That's Surratt with a stiff arm there on Ethan O'Connor. And he's going to have first down yardage. 2nd and 7. Pocket closing in, but Mendoza stands and delivers. It's another first down strike for the Hoosiers inside the 35. Empty backfield first time tonight. 5 receivers for Mendoza. Pressure off the edge. He got hammered on the blind side. The pass is incomplete. That was Torrey on the blitz. Maybe keep it back in the backfield if you're Indiana tonight.
And he's able to sneak out. Blind side. Never really felt that. Good job. A big part of this tonight with Mendoza.
Fit that play. On 3rd down, trying to run for it with Black. And Black bursts for a first down as the Hoosiers are in the red zone after a 7-yard 3rd down run. Feed it to him again. Stutter step. Knocked down after a short gain by Keontae Scott to find safety for the Hurricanes.
Chin strap in the face mask. Watch 8 after carrying out the fake. Instead of laying off, boom, hits him. Again, when they get their chances, they want to lay the wood. And you see right there, they're sending a message early in this game.
Yeah, he came in with, the first view, I didn't see that part of it. I thought it was just a late hit. But this one here, he came in crown of the helmet right into his head.
They cannot afford that, Kirk. Already, Xavier Lewis sitting out the first half, the safety for targeting. They bring it. Pitch to the end zone, and fought for it, incomplete. Well defended. That was O.J. Frederic on Charlie Becker, who's their Nice breakup.
Yeah, it's a matchup we want to see with Xavier Lucas out of the game. Frederic is not surprised at all with the ability to get his head turned around and get in position, and they will allow the corner to get handsy if his head is locating the football.
So Nico Radicic, almost automatic from 34 yards. Indiana, with the quarterback bleeding a little bit, draws first blood in this game. The Hoosiers, 12-play drive on top, late first quarter here at Hard Rock Stadium.
No doubt about that, and I'm with Bill. I'm surprised we didn't see a flag come down, but I think carrying out the fake, quarterback is in play. Maybe they held the flag because of that.
Gillen Marion with the kickoff return out across the 25. Beck looking to throw on first down. Loops it, and it's tipped and incomplete. Hoosiers do such a good job of getting hands on passes. That was Roe Hardy. Beck zips it far sideline again. Pass broken up by D'Angelo Pons, closely covering C.J. Daniels. You see why this guy is conceding nothing. Third and long, pressure comes. Beck's going to be racked up and sacked by Aiden Fisher, the captain and emotional leader of this Indiana defense. And the Hoosiers are flexing.
Just going to come right up the middle, able to get pressure. Fletcher, who's...
You're right, they count on Fletcher. Not his best effort there. And the Canes' second consecutive 3-and-out. Little pressure on Dylan Joyce, the punter, and it's off the side of his foot, but takes a good bounce for Miami. And will finally be down at the Indiana 27-yard line. Hemby running loud. He'll be dragged down behind the line of scrimmage. Ruben Bain, not just a pass rusher, he's a beast defending the run on the edge. They got a speed rush package in here. Bain, Mesidor, Lightfoot, and Blunt. And it's a screen. Long way to go for Hemby, who's going to be knocked down. So the pass rush and the play by Bain on the first down run. And the Canes get a stop. Murphy rolls and boots it. And Tony has a chance here. And he slips as he tries to make a cut. Did he go down? Tony's still running. Incredible balance. If he did stay out there, it looked like he was going to head to the ground as he slipped, making a cut on the turf.
Miraculous effort. He slid. There, nope. Down.
He's down.
There he's down.
I was going to say, wait a minute. I know he's agile. I know he's got tremendous balance, but that would have been amazing.
A lot of that offense was attacking, and not that he doesn't have that ability, but they much prefer to run the ball.
Want to use a little tempo, he said tonight. This is a pitch to Daniels, and the veteran, former LSU player, tackled quickly by Lewis Moore. Miami 0 for so far on third down, Kirk.
There's that quick huddle you're talking about.
Marty Brown tests the middle and is pushed right back. Gets nothing into the teeth of the Hoosiers. In Miami, if they can't succeed on plays like that, it's going to be a long night. So good at setting the tone in these first halves of the game, how dominant they are. They put the offense in great position, and they've done so again here. Think about that, right? That's how locked in on how accurate he's been. Surratt, again, easy access. Canes playing off him, and number 13 makes him pay. First down yardage in front of Frederic. He's the lone holdover from last year's secondary. That was a disaster for the Canes. Frederic was a freshman All-American, though. Catch made, and still kind of pinballing around there is Nowakowski. Tough dude. Hard to tackle that tight end. They finally do. Black is the back on third down, and Indiana, no trouble. Picking up what Miami could not a few minutes ago, out to the 39.
Eventually, you're going to see them take shots.
Pitch, and it's incomplete. Flag comes in. Once again, it was Frederic on Surratt. It's right in front of Signetti.
Pass interference, number 29. Defense, stop foul, automatic, first down.
Bill, quickly, the difference between that and the previous ones where he's been pretty handsy on some of the other covers as well.
He's got a restriction there that's preventing the receiver from getting turned to the ball.
Got it.
Cristobal doesn't like it. Signetti, by the way, has been working the officials in every single timeout. So, Indiana in Miami territory and unable to escape. Ahmad Moten, Hemby that time, hit immediately. Package in the game. Mendoza running out of time, and it's too high.
And he had a free play because of Ruben Bain jumping.
Cooper comes in motion, handoff up the middle, and barreling for a first down and more is Kaylon Black. Catching the Canes off guard, rumbles for 21. It's been Black, who now hits 1,000 yards with that run at the hot hand. Again, huge cushion, and Becker makes the catch, fights down near the pylon, touchdown Indiana! '85-yard drive. Miami simply cannot tackle Indiana tonight.
I don't know what Frederic is thinking there to try to make a tackle. 29, he just kind of gives up on the play. Does he stay in bounds? Nope, he's out of bounds right there. But what a job. Once again, Mendoza saw the cushion that you mentioned and just took it. Came off the run, took this, and now instead of tackling, they're trying to just get the football. The foot is obviously out of bounds.
Black spun down at the 1. Black once again lined up behind Nowakowski. They hand it off to the fullback / tight end, and he powers in. Touchdown, Indiana. A dominant start here for the #1 team. Fletcher on 2nd and 5, tripped up. Looked like he had a gap there. And reaching out to grab him was Isaiah Jones, I believe. Miami still yet to convert on 3rd down. They need 1. Fletcher, nothing. They're getting no movement. You can see the body language from Beck. He's getting frustrated. His powerful offensive line is getting outplayed. Kamara and Tucker on the stop. I mean, his defense made the stop. Fletcher, left side, pushing, working hard. Let's see where they spot it. They're running in near the marker. This is going to be very close. Hoosiers believe they came up with a stop.
That's what it took to be able to pick up their 2nd first down of the game. 8 offensive linemen, if you include the guys they brought in at fullback and tight end. 8 offensive linemen, and you can see the football.
I knew we'd see that.
He got it by, just a couple inches.
Replay did look like the ball had gotten that mark by the time he hit the ground. First down throw, and wide open is C.J. Daniels. Finally, an explosive play with a pass game for Miami. They're
tough to make big plays against this Indiana defense. They take away the explosives. They make you earn it.
Fletcher to the left side. Quick penetration. That was D'Angelo Pons off the corner to grab the running back by the ankles. Here's a 3rd and 8. Miami really not in solid field goal range. Quick pitch. Keelan Marion makes the catch. He's spun down short of the marker. It's going to be about 4th and 2. Kamara made the play, and then does Cristobal go for this one. Davis, who kicked a game-winning field goal here against Notre Dame in the opener. That was from 47. This is from 50, and it doinks off the right upright. That's the 2nd time he's doinked one in the CFP. And Indiana will take a lead to the locker room and get the football to begin the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, that's the key. The fact that they're getting the football back to start the 2nd half. And then Miami, their first opportunity to try to come away with points, they miss it.
What is it with goalposts all of a sudden? It's like a magnet for the football in the games we do.
I know.
There were 2 doinks, 1 by each kicker in the Miami Ole Miss game.
Trips into the boundary, try to get something out of the hands of Mendoza quickly to just try to get closer.
Miami's playing it like it's a Hail Mary. They're way off those receivers, and that's what Mendoza's thinking as he steps back and launches into heavy traffic near the pylon, and it's going to be incomplete. Becker was out there, but well defended. So Miami comes up empty, the late field goal miss, and Indiana with 169 total yards, dominating the clock and the stats. Into the play here, Becker working with Jacoby Thomas, who does make the grab but well out of bounds. Let's go to Molly with Mario Cristobal.
Coach, down 10-0 after that missed field goal. What will you emphasize at the half?
Well, I think one thing, we're finally trying to get some offensive stuff going. Defensively, we played a great half. We hurt ourselves with that 1 penalty, sustained the drive. And then down here, we got a good call to try to make a play, and we didn't get it. We didn't communicate it. So we've got to go in there. We got to fix our own stuff. They're a really good football team. We got to play Hurricane football.
All right, thank you, Coach. Holly.
Coach Cignetti, they're hitting your quarterback. How is that impacting your offense and his ability to get into a rhythm?
Well, there's 3 personal fouls on the quarterback not called in one drive that need to be called because they're obvious personal fouls. I'm all for letting them play, but when you cross the line, you got to call it. And they were black and white calls. So we got some third down conversions on cross against double mug. That's helped. We got a 2-score lead. Defense hasn't let them in the end zone or on the scoreboard. We get the ball first. Sure, it'd be nice to go down there and score a touchdown.
Thank you, Coach.
You're welcome.
Comprehensive, thorough, surprisingly so. Cignetti and the Hoosiers come down to South Florida. They have the crowd edge here and a 10-0 edge at halftime.